Hey everyone, it's Average Gatsby, and welcome to my Mass Effect guide. We finished up all of our tasks on the Citadel, and now we're going after Dr. Liara Tassoni. Now this mission, there is a lot of using the Mako, and, you know, rather than have me just sitting here commenting on 10 minutes of me driving around in this little cart, you know, I've got something a little bit different in mind for you. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed that, or didn't. You know, I thought I'd punish you with that, because I've had to go through all of this using the Mako punishment. Also, let me apologize right here for having the audio being a little off. I'm going to try to keep it as low as possible so it's not too distracting, but I do want a little bit of background here. Basically, just coming on in here to open up the gate. You don't need to open up this gate, but I do just so I can get the experience from killing the towers. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like the towers are much easier to kill when you're on the inside of this whole area rather than on the outside. I don't know why that is, but that's just the way it seems to me. It's probably because there's a much bigger area to move around. Also, I will also note that I'm pretty sure you get more experience from killing all those Geth if you destroy them outside of the vehicle, but, you know, I didn't want to take up that much time. These turrets are really easy to kill. You can basically just sit in one spot and kind of go back and forth. You know, I shouldn't have even gotten hit right there from the rockets. And, you know, decided to skip most of that, but you can kind of see what I was doing, just going back and forth. I hacked this little spot over here. I feel like it's a little bit easily missed, and that's why I left it. Don't bother going into that building on the right. There's nothing in there, and so you just skip it. And I went in there accidentally and then turned right around, so I thought I wouldn't show that in the video. And then it's the same deal as before. You can notice that I really like to use the melee in this game. It's really powerful, especially because you'll see I'm repeatedly getting knockdowns, and there's really good shield penetration. And so I was able to finish off that Geth shock trooper without even having to take out its shields, which is really nice. So just opening up the gate, and then we're gonna keep moving. This level's pretty linear, even though it seems open-ended because there's just a huge area of land. So anyway, let's put a couple shots in this Mako and move on out. we are finally done with the Mako. And not a moment too soon. So this first section right here, I'd recommend, since you are playing as a Vanguard, or at least I'm playing as Vanguard, if you have anyone that has any sort of decent survivability, just try to push forward to the middle here. You can get a really nice position for your allies at this point. And as you can see, I'm trying to manually set them up, but it kind of sucks to set them up manually when you're trying to get them to stand behind a certain cover, but you happen to be ahead of that cover. As you can see with Garrus, fortunately he's far enough back that he's not really taking too much damage. And I saw that Shepard was getting hit quite a bit, so I flip on the barrier, and then I turn on Marksman and come out here and basically pistol snipe these troops. My pistol is still the best weapon I have at this point, and so there's no reason to use my shotgun. In fact, my pistol is so good that I don't think I use it at all in this mission, or if I do, I tend to only use it sporadically if I'm really close to the enemy. But Marksman is such a powerful ability, and the fact that I get it twice with Adrenaline Rush is really nice, and can really help me out. I have my allies regroup on me. Sometimes it's a bit buggy, and they don't just come back and join you, and so it's good to always manually control that. See the shock trooper coming around the corner, and hitting them with warp is really nice, because what warp does is not only does it cause damage, but it makes the unit weaker to taking damage. And so as you can see, I hit him with the overload to get rid of his shields, and he just goes down almost instantly once I start attacking that health. I also use sabotage right there because shock troopers are pretty deadly at close range, and was a little bit worried about that. Right here, this part is, pretty difficult, simply because you're in a terrible position to start off right here. They've got multiple rocket troopers down that hill and snipers on the on that upper tower up there. You're just in a really, really bad position. So what I recommend is you set up your allies manually and then sort of hang back with Rex, maybe not in cover with Rex. You'll see I try not to stay in cover. I'm, mainly just trying to stand behind it, and trying to use that to my advantage here. Mainly because I found that when I went in cover, I ended up, thinking I wasn't exposed, and I was exposed. And so I'd rather flip on barrier and then flip on Marksman and come out here and just try to get as many kills as possible while my barrier is up. And as you can see, it gets taken out almost instantly. But if you try to take them out one at a time, usually you'll have some success. The other thing you can do is kind of hang back here where I'm at around this corner. Wait for the enemies to come around, and then particularly the shock troopers, wait for them to come around, and then queue up your powers and finish them off while they're aiming at the ally that's ahead of you. The AI is pretty dumb in this game, and they tend to only aim for the closest enemy, no matter who's shooting them or whatnot. So that's what I recommend you do. Anyway, I'm out of time on this video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you